back to my channel. I'm Gabi if you didn't know, and now you know, and welcome to day 8 of Vlogmas. Today's a video that I've been waiting for probably like 10 years, but I've just been putting it off, saying I was gonna do it one day. But I think I was just scared because I've never done anything surgical, dramatic, any big life change like this. The biggest thing I did was get my wisdom teeth removed, and they were already fully grown in when I got them removed. So that wasn't even a big surgery. I have never done anything like this. But we are headed to Boca right now to go to Dr. Hancock to get a nose job consultation. And I am so excited for so many reasons. One, because I have no idea what's actually wrong with my nose. So I'm excited to find out what it actually is. I don't know if it's a deviated septum. I don't know if it's, I feel like there could be so many things. I don't know if it's sinus related, but my main symptoms of like, I know something's wrong with it. One, it doesn't work. I feel like unless I'm consciously thinking like, let me smell this, I don't really smell much. Like there's so many times Justin will be like, do you smell that? And like, no, like nothing registers unless I'm like, okay, let me try to smell this. My nose isn't just like constantly working. Two, when I work out intensely, I feel like I've never taken a deep breath in my life. Like if I just, like I feel like it just stops. Like that doesn't go to my brain. Like it's not a deep breath. It just doesn't, I don't know what is closed in there, my airway wise, where if I like, that I feel like I just got a deep breath through my nose. I feel like I get nothing. So when I go to do high intensity workouts, like this was even the case with cheerleading. I think the reason why cheerleading just wasn't as big of a deal is because it's a 2-minute and 30-second routine. So regardless of what I was feeling, within 3 minutes I was done. So I feel like it wasn't that intense. But if I try to go for a run, if I try to do a workout class, like a soul cycle class, or anything that's like high intensity where it's cardio, I get a throbbing headache, my face will turn bright red, and I start to get dizzy because I literally am not breathing. Like I have to give up way before my body's ready to give up because like physically my body is strong, but I can't breathe through anything like that. That I have not been able to do anything like that, ever. Like we've tried, Justin's like, I want to go for a run today, and I tried to go with you once, and I literally, like I couldn't. I had to walk the whole time because even just the smallest amount, I will get a throbbing headache. I do feel like headaches in general, I just get more often. Like I feel like Justin will get a headache maybe once every other month, if that. I feel like I have a headache at least once a week. It's not always like, sometimes I feel like it's in the bridge of my nose or my eyes. Sometimes I feel like it's tension more in the back of my neck. So I don't know if that's all related, but I do get headaches quite often. And then, while I'm under, I'm obviously going to cosmetically change it. The reason I want to do this now is so that it's fully healed by the time we have our wedding, because I will be fully standing sideways, giving everyone my side profile at my wedding. And I currently hate it. I feel like, especially because I look at myself straight on forever, like I don't ever really see my side profile, I'm really not used to it. So when I see it, it's a jump scare. And you know when I saw it a lot? Our engagement pictures, especially because we were like trying to take, it's also just, I know it's dramatic, it's something that I guess I'm insecure about. I just hate it, especially I feel like I look like a different person from both sides. So this is my right side profile, which this is my good side. You will only ever, if you look down my whole Instagram, you will only ever see pictures of me from this side. So this is my right side profile. I feel like I'm a different person from, this is my left. I hate it. I just feel like from the front, my nose looks like it fits my face, and from the side, it does not look like it fits my face at all. It just drives me nuts. I also have, on this side, it's not really coming up, but I have like a bone that is literally almost like sticking out of the skin. I don't know what it is. My sister actually had the same one, and Lexi actually got a nose job a few years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago, maybe even more than that by now. She did not have a deviated septum. She needed spreader grafts because one side of her nose was completely closed off with cartilage. So I don't know if any of that is genetic. I don't know if that's what I also have. We will obviously see, and that's what I'm so excited to just finally find that out. But I have spent many times giving myself a free nose job with like random apps on my phone to see what it would look like, and I just feel like it would fit my face so much better. I'm gonna insert a picture here of what I edited. This was literally 5 years ago at this point, and just show you what we're going for. And I do think that's what she does also. I don't know if it'll be in the consultation or like in a follow-up appointment, but they basically like edit what they can do so you can see your side profile and like what it would look like when it's fully healed after. So I'm very excited. So I'm gonna take you through this entire process. When I get there, I will see what she will allow me to record in the consultation, just so you guys can get a little bit of behind the scenes. We'll get some clips. I don't know if I'm getting like x-rays. I don't know what this is going to entail, but I am excited, and you're coming along with me. So you guys know, if especially on Instagram, I've talked about it for many years, that this is just something I've been wanting to get done forever. And I do think if it was just cosmetic, I don't think I would care as much. Like, yes, I hate my side profile, but I don't know if I would ever fully commit to doing this if functionality-wise it wasn't 10 times worse. So we have about a 25-minute drive left to go to Boca, and we'll see how this goes. We're in the photo room now getting all my before pictures. Obviously we'll recap everything in the car, but we don't technically have a final diagnosis because we do think it's more like structural, so we're gonna have to get like a CT scan and everything. But love her, and everything's going well so far, but we're gonna get my before pictures, which then we get to edit through and we get to see like what my nose will look like, which is the fun part. This is my bad side. You guys never see my bad side, but we're just embracing it because hopefully I'll never have it again. Pausing the nose content. We'll get to all that later. I'll do my whole recap on the appointment and what the plan is. But because we're in Boca, we have a viral like chicken Caesar wrap place called Vinnie's Cafe that we tried to go to a few years ago just because we were in the area and the line was out the door. Especially because at the time it was like just going viral. Becoming like the viral thing to get, especially in this area. So yeah, last time we tried it, it didn't work out in our favor, but... And we looked it up and it was literally 5 minutes away from where we just were. So we were like, okay, we have to do it. I do think because we went at like 11:40, like it's not quite lunchtime yet, so there was barely a line at all. The way they flex these wraps, this is, you should have seen, actually I have footage, I'm gonna put it in here, of how big the actual like salad part of the wrap is, and the fact that they actually form it into a wrap. Yeah, they're able to compress everything down so well, I mean, especially because it's chopped, and then like they heat up the wrap so it's a little bit more flexible, but nah, they get busy. They get busy behind that counter for real. I was so impressed. So I got a plain chicken Caesar wrap, and then he got the chicken Caesar Supreme, which just comes with sun-dried tomatoes, roasted red peppers, bacon, I think is the extra addition. Let me get that. But let me get that. Let me try that. This is heavy. It is massive. But I'm so excited to try. His looks really good. I do want a bite of that one. I don't know if I'm gonna eat mine yet. We made it back home. I promise I'm getting to the nose job part. I will fill you in on everything and give you all the plans from here on out. But I just have to show you guys this wrap, which I'm not even, this is huge and this is just half. I feel like I'm not even hungry enough to eat half right now, but I've been wanting this for so long, and I just feel like I need to at least try to eat as much as I can right now while it's fresh to really enjoy it, and we'll eat the rest later when I actually get hungry. I also have not had a coffee today, and I think that's why my brain's telling myself I'm not hungry, because I feel like I'm just not. I like to do my coffee and then have lunch and go from there. We didn't do that this morning, so I'll probably have a midday coffee after this, but we need to devour it. That is so good. Like, it all being chopped and mixed together, so everything is in every bite. So good. And I love that this is 5 minutes away from that place, so every appointment I go to, guess where we're going for lunch after? Every single time. This will probably be my first meal. Can you eat after a nose job? Yeah, right? Like, there's nothing that would stop you. Coming out of surgery, coming out of anesthesia, I'm gonna be here. I was trying to hold off and see if we needed a coffee today. We probably don't. Need is probably dramatic. Do I want a coffee? Yes. So we're gonna make a little afternoon coffee, and then while we're doing that, or while that's brewing, I'll catch you up to speed on everything that happened at the appointment. Although she was using a lot of medical terms that I wish I would have just literally like voice recorded so that I could actually tell you what she said, because I feel like there's a lot I don't remember. So I feel like the first thing she was asking me was more so like sinus allergy related. And I do feel like I get more sinus infections than the average person, but that's definitely not my biggest concern. Like I feel like I'm not always stuffy all the time, or I don't always have like sinus pressure. So I feel like it's slightly above average, but it's not my biggest concern. So she was trying to do some tests where like she holds here and she was like, did your breathing get better? And I was like, maybe a little bit. I told her like around maybe 30%, but it still isn't like, it's still not a clear breath. I still feel like I get no airway through my nose. So she was like looking at a few other things too. She's like, she obviously looked into my nose, but she was like, yeah, I don't think it's like inflammatory or allergy or sinus related, which means we probably need like an actual CT scan to fully structurally see like bone wise or like what the actual problem is. I don't know for sure diagnosis wise. We didn't get like an exact answer of what it is, but she basically said there were two options. We can either try the medicine route where it's nothing like super invasive. It's more like over the counter medicine and like sinus rinses to see if that help clears everything out. Or if she's like, if you already know like cosmetically this is something you want to do, then we can fix every single issue structurally with going through surgery. So that is definitely the route I'm leaning towards more. However, she did send me home with a sinus rinse just because she was like, it doesn't hurt, it'll make you feel better, it would definitely help the breathing a little bit, and it's always better for surgery because the more clear my nose is, the less swelling after, the better the healing process, and the easier it is for them to actually fix the problem when it comes down to it. So definitely going more of the surgery route. Like if I'm doing this, I'm committed to it fully. And because like I said, I am trying to plan this around our wedding, and I want my forever nose to be the one in our wedding pictures, especially when I am fully like this the whole time. Like there were so many pictures from our engagement that I like almost cringed at looking, or I just know I will never do anything with them because I hate my side profile. And that's not something that I want to feel with our wedding pictures or just like the rest of my life, especially being on camera. Like this is my job, and yet I'm so particular about the way I face the camera, because although I don't care to the point where I'll like cut footage if I'm looking the other way or anything like that, when it comes to taking pictures, like you will not see me from this side of my face on Instagram ever. Very rarely will you ever see me in footage. Obviously that's different if I'm just like going through it quickly, but like this side of my face, I don't know her. I don't ever see her in anything, and I don't want to, but that's also kind of sad. Like I want to love the way I look from every angle. So I am definitely leaning towards surgery. I didn't book an appointment yet, but like I'm 99% sure this is definitely what I want to do. But I'm thinking more towards the beginning of next year. That gives it enough time to heal before we're planning on having the wedding. And I just feel like timeline wise, that's probably the best, because I know you really can't wear sunglasses or put much on your nose right after. So I don't really want to do it into summer, even though that's kind of more of my downtime. So it will probably be in like the heat of competition season. I'm going to try to schedule it very strategically if I can. Obviously I have to go based on their availability as well. But they said like January, February, beginning of March is definitely when they have the most openings. So we're going to try to see what we can make happen. But I absolutely love her. I love that it's a girl doctor. I feel like that's not very common. Dr. Melissa Hancock from Boca in the Nose and Sinus Institute of Boca Raton, which that's another thing. I love that I'm not just going to a plastic surgeon, because I feel like I'm going to someone that specializes in nose, sinuses, and allergies. So like when she's taking a look under the hood, like she's gonna fix all my problems. Like she's not just cosmetically fixing it, which that was something that she pointed out, and I'm so happy she said this. She was like, listen, I pride myself in giving people the nose they want, but making it look natural. But my main focus is the functionality of it. She was like, you can go down to South Beach if you want, find some plastic surgeon that will give you the model nose, but you're gonna be coming to me in 10 years because your whole nose collapsed because you can't breathe through it. Because all he was focused on was giving you a model nose and a good side profile, where I'm going to give you the nose you want, but I'm also going to make sure your nose is functioning and working. And I'm not gonna give you the tiniest little teeniest skinny nose with a pointed tip. Like, she's like, I'm not gonna be the one to do that, because I know that that's not functionality the way you want it. So I love that she was like dead honest about that, because I was like, no, listen, this is something that I want to be natural. I truly feel like my nose does not fit my face right now. Like I obviously, yes, this is the nose I was given, but from the front, I don't think you would realize that my nose looks the way it does from the side. Like, I just feel like it does not fit the rest of my features. Now, one thing that she did say is, she was like, given what you're like describing the nose that you want to have, she was like, I do feel like the bottom half of your face is just less prominent than the top half of your face. So if you are really going under and like wanting to change your features, which I don't know if this is the case, and I'm like honestly leaning not towards this, but she was saying that she would recommend a chin implant, a tiny one, just to help define my side profile more. Now, I will say this, at first I was a little taken back, because I know you hear the stories all the time that like these surgeons just want you to get more and more and more and more. So whatever, if it's making them more money or whatever, but the way she worded it was very like, this is up to you. Like, you do not have to do this, but if you're going under it, it's better to do it all at once. And I also don't want you to think that your nose is going to fix everything that you don't like when it could be another issue. So as of right now, I don't think I'm leaning towards the chin implant. Like, I have done nothing to my face. I have no Botox, I have no filler, I've done nothing. So even the nose is like a big one for me. And because the chin is not something that I've ever thought about, I feel like I don't need it. Now, I will say I do have a butt chin. That does kind of bother me sometimes. But that's just more of like an annoyance than like something that I care about that much to fix. I don't know. We'll see. She gave me the price breakdown of both, and she is going to do before and afters of like what it would look like with just the nose and chin. So I don't have those yet, but when I get them, I will put them in here and we'll talk about it, because she's going to send those through in a few days. But I don't know. We will see. But that's pretty much everything she said. So I don't have like a specific answer of what it is. She did say I do have a mild deviated septum, but she thinks it's too mild to be making the symptoms that I have that extreme. So she definitely thinks it's something like more structural up here that she would have to fully see like on an x-ray or a CAT scan. So that is where we're at. Love her. So happy I chose them to go to. The drive was not as bad as I thought either. I was a little worried about it being in Boca if it was going to be like over an hour, but it was like a 45-50 minute drive, which is so doable for all those appointments. So we shall see. I'm happy coming back from the consultation, that's for sure. But as she sends the pictures, and if they send me like any more updates or anything written out in email, I will fill you guys in. It is a few days later and I did receive the pictures, so I'm gonna put those on the screen as I talk through them and just give you my thought process of everything, because she sent me a few different options. Starting with the front of my face, this is the before and the after, and she did say kind of take the front pictures with a grain of salt, because the more she's doing on my nose and with the tissue is what's really going to like straighten it out and make the difference, and you can't really do all of that in editing. So it's really hard to kind of like flatten out the actual bone structure on just whatever editing software that they're used. But even just the little bit of difference, I just love, one, that it is straight and symmetrical all the way down. You can see a lot in that picture too, just how different the definition on my nose is, and how the one side with the bump kind of like curves. You can see that it's a completely different shadow overcast on one side than the other. Like, I feel like my nose is not symmetrical at all. So even just her fixing that little bit, I feel like just really made it more symmetrical on my face and more even. And I think the only other thing she edited is lifting and just kind of like making the tip of my nose a little bit smaller, which I love. I love how minimal it is from the front, and I love the little changes that she did make. That's kind of exactly what I was going for. And now for the side pictures, there's two options. So starting with option one, this is obviously the before and then the after. And this is definitely the one I'm leaning more towards. You'll see the different one in a second, but literally the only thing I don't like about it is the size right now. Like I said, I feel like it just doesn't fit my face. My nose is dramatically bigger than all my other features, especially like I feel like my lips are a lot smaller. Just everything about my face, like I guess technically my chin is smaller if she thought that that needed to be a little bit more defined, but then my nose takes over my entire face. So the size was one thing. I wanted it smaller and I just wanted the bump gone, and I feel like she did a perfect job. And yes, obviously this is just editing right now, but looking through all the noses that she has done on her social media and the book that I was looking through when I got to the office, like this is really how she makes her noses look. So I'm very happy with the before and after look here. And I love, again, how minimal it is, how natural it looks. That is still a normal nose. That is not some like model plastic surgery nose. If I saw someone down the street with that nose, I would be very jealous, but I wouldn't be like, yeah, you got your nose done. and that's the vibe I'm going for. So the next pictures on the screen are, again, just my nose right now, and then option 2, which is definitely more of a defined slope and a little bit of a smaller nose. This, I feel like, is leaning more towards that model-esque nose. I don't love how pointy it is, and I don't love how unnatural looking it is. So I love that she gave me the option, and I love that I'm choosing the more natural looking nose because that's what I'm going for. Now, the next pictures on the screen are option 1 with just the nose and option 1 with the chin. And I am actually so happy to say that I like option 1 how it is without the chin. Like, does the chin give me a more defined jawline? Yes. But I don't mind the way my chin and my jaw is right now. Like, that's not something I've ever cared about. So I actually kind of love that I'm choosing the one without it, because that is something that when she was telling me all of this, I was kind of in my head hoping. I was like, I hope I don't love the way it looks with the chin, because I don't want to do something just because it looks better if it's not something I've ever wanted to do before on my face. Like, my nose is something that I've wanted to do for literally over 10 years, and I've waited and waited and waited to be like, are you sure this is something you want to do? And yes, it's something I really want to do. So I'm glad with the chin, it's not something that I was like, well, yep, that looks better, like, I'm just gonna do it. So I'm actually really happy that no part of me even wants to go down that route. So we are just sticking with the nose. I do feel like, I mean, just to be fully transparent about what other work I want done in the future, I don't think I want any more plastic surgery. Nose is truly the only thing that I would ever want. Even, listen, I got nothing going on down here, and I don't mind it at all. I actually love that I can wear a sports bra all day and not worry about it. I do feel like I definitely want Botox, but not like these. Don't bother me at all. I could not care about those wrinkles. What bothers me is my squint lines are so prominent, because I think it's because I have blue eyes and my eyes are really sensitive to light, that I'm squinting like 24/7. So even just like, I've been inside all day and I have like defined squint lines, and I feel like sometimes I squint so much I get a headache. So that I think will help. These I don't care about. Like, I don't want overall Botox at all. I literally just want it right here. And I've teeter-tottered with the idea of lip filler, mainly because my teeth are really big and my nose is really big and my lips are really small. And when I smile, my lips are gone. I don't really have much, but that scares me a lot. So that is not something that I like have on the forefront of my mind. I also don't know if I will ever do that one. That one really scares me. It's something that I could potentially entertain the idea. I also am terrified of it looking bad or looking wrong, and I feel like I've seen horror stories of filler and lip filler. Not that I would ever get anything more than like a quarter to a half. Like, I just feel like maybe the slightest bit more, even just in my top lip to match my bottom lip. I don't know. I don't know if I would ever do this, but I feel like this is the video to talk about these things, of just being fully transparent, because this is something that I've thought about forever, getting a nose job. This does not mean if your nose looks like mine, this is something that you should do or need to do to look beautiful. Again, like I said in this video, I don't think if functionality was my driving factor, I don't think I would have ever committed to getting this done. Even if it's something that I don't love about myself, I feel like I don't hate it enough to do it. But because it's actually altering like my daily life, it's something that I just want fixed for that reason. And then if I'm already doing that, obviously, yes, I'm going to fix the look of my nose. So that is my thought process on everything. I do need to reply to the email about the pictures, give her my input, and schedule this surgery, which is scary. But I'm excited for it all. And I will take you guys along all of this whole process. I'm not going to try to like keep this a secret one. You can tell. I don't know how people on the internet, like influencers, think they can get away with not being honest about what they're getting done, because you document everything and you look different from one picture to the next. So like, I'm not trying to hide this at all. I don't care. I will scream it from the rooftops. I am getting a nose job and I am proud. So hope you guys are ready. This will be a fun journey to bring you guys along, but I will be completely honest about everything, from the surgery to the recovery to all of that. And yeah, just like I've been super honest about all of this so far. So I love you guys. If you found this video because this is something you want to do, if you have any comments about anything, questions, concerns, all of that, you can leave them down below and I will try to get back to them. And if I have the answers, I'll give you them, or if I can ask my surgeon or whatever. But love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video.